Oh, what up, CA fam? This is PrimeMinds. The boys are back. Let's I stopped. I lost count of episodes, but this is episode number a lot. We just keep at it. We're doing it again. This is your boy King Dav. I'm here with Z Mac and I'm here with Buy the Dip. How y'all feeling, man? Do you got a extra long 4th of July holiday weekend? How y'all doing over there?
Oh, I'm doing all right, brother. Just enjoying the heat that's hitting the Pacific Northwest, man. It's beautiful, sunshiny, great sunsets. Been out here, man. Just enjoying the time with my kids. Waiting to take a dip in the pool tomorrow, man. So
Oh, you living it up.
slice all day today, swimming and doing yard work tomorrow, brother.
Hey,
It'll be fun.
that's the fucking that's the life I live. Like we do the same fucking thing except for a slice part, but I'll be in soon. Oh, B just joined us. But what up, Dip? How you doing?
Oh, good, doing good, man. Just super busy. As you know, I started up school again, so it's gonna be a real hectic couple years. But other than that, man, I'm good. Here with the boys and ready to dive into some cool shit.
Nice. Gonzaga just joined. What up, man? Your mic on yet?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep. What up, B?
All right. What up? Yeah, I'm on vacation. I'm crystal mining with my wife and daughter.
Oh, you find any crystals?
Yeah, we found a few. I didn't find any, but my wife and daughter found some.
Nice.
Tell them if they find anything while you're live on Prime Minds, we have to split it in half with all the listeners. So.
Oh, shit. Max always giving shit away, man. It's good. Good, bro. B's multitasking, man. We're chilling. Dip, man. Let's get into it. I think people are ready for a big bull run. I know I am, man. I keep watching closely, but what are you seeing out there in cryptocurrency land?
Yeah, sure, man. So, as you know, a lot has been going on, and we're looking over here on CoinMarketCap today. And as we see, surprisingly, Bitcoin at 30K, right? Huge pump. And then we have Ethereum falling right behind it. Don't get and everybody's like, oh, we're falling back down a little bit. Well, we did just go up like from 25K all the way past 30. So this is good breathing room. We really do want to dip here. And the biggest reason why, and let's just kind of look at some charts and see what we're dealing with chart-wise.
But that 30K is pretty big, huh? Like just breaking through.
Yeah, you see this like yeah, right. Like as we're going and we're going into June, and we were just consolidating at 26, 25 for a while, and then we just had a big old spike, big gap up to 28, another gap up to 29, and then a gap up to 30. So I mean, yeah, people are believing that the Bitcoin halving has started, which for those of you that don't know, Bitcoin halving means like pretty much a Bitcoin bull run. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are skeptical about this, and then we have a couple reasons why we're pumping this hard, guys. And as we read this right here, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. So BlackRock has filed papers with the SEC to form a Bitcoin ETF, and right after they did it, a bunch of other firms started going in after. I mean, you got Citadel. Now you got other big dogs that are getting in, and they're starting to apply for these Bitcoin ETFs. That's the biggest bullish thing, right? Because this right here creates mass adoption. Good for Bitcoin, and it's good for crypto as well, because as you guys know, everything follows Bitcoin, right? So this is a little bit of bullish news right here. For those of you, I mean, if it was me, like, and this is not financial advice at all, but what I'm doing is I'm starting to buy little bits of Bitcoin as well. Even though I can't get a full one, just have a nice little bag in there in case this thing, it could go. Funny thing is, there's actually a chart on Binance Market for Bitcoin, right? For like, I want to say about 10 seconds, Bitcoin went all the way up to 138,000 and then came all the way back down.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone bought it for that much. No way.
No way, bro. something is happening, and then I've been reading where big companies are starting to buy in masses, but they're doing it smartly. They're not buying chunks. They just have it set, like they have the algo set on a certain amount, and they're buying every day. And then that was probably from somebody that spent a shitload of money on Bitcoin. I mean, for a brief second, and there's charts, and I wish I had the chart, but I saw the chart and literally shot up to 138K and came all the way back down to where, you know, it was around.
Damn. Well, what was, besides, well, I wonder if that's an official all-time high, because besides that, it's what, like 70,000?
It was 60, crazy. 000? I mean, like, listeners and guys, like, Google it. Like, I saw it, like, and it was on Twitter, and I know crypto Twitter or whatever, but it was from a reliable source. I can't even remember the source's name, but I was like, oh, shit, like, look at this chart. It was like a big shoot up just like for 10 seconds and then came back down. Might have been a big whale, like getting even more, and it shot up that price for like seconds. I've seen it happen in the stock market before where there'll be a stock and it just shoots way the fuck up. Sometimes it happens at 2, 3 in the morning and then it shoots all the way back down. So, I mean, that could be big money buying in. And then, as you know, we have a little dip right now, as you guys can see, right? Well, there's a little explanation for this. Yes, we did go up a lot, but also we did get some news. SEC's always fucking, you know, flooding our bags, as we know. So Bitcoin dips after SEC reportedly says recent ETF applications from BlackRock and Fidelity are inadequate, which, guys, they blow this totally out of control, right? So if you read down here, and it says, according, they weren't sufficiently clear and comprehensive according to the report. Totally different than what the title says, right? Like, says are inadequate. That's totally, it's just basically saying that they need to be more clear on what the ETF and the functioning of a whole is going to be doing. And this, it never goes. You
get some clickbaity headlines sometimes,
right? And stuff never like gets past the first time. But this is just kind of like a rough draft. Eventually, BlackRock manages about $11 trillion in assets. So at the end of the day, I believe that it's going to get passed. And all this is just trying to make the price go down. But guess what? The price is gonna. If the price even goes down, people are going to be buying. They just, you know, these whales want to have the price as low as possible for as long as possible, so they can just buy. So. Right. That's some of it right there. And also, we have to talk about the Fed, guys. They're in it again. They're flooding our bags again. Federal Reserve expected to raise interest rates again, but pause could be extended. Jerome Powell has said this.
They're looking good then.
I mean, Jerome Powell has been saying this, right? Like, he's like, oh, we might have to raise rates again, and we might not be able to lower rates for at least a couple years. So, I mean, I don't think we're out yet. I still think we're deep in the hole as far as when it comes to inflation and the economy. But this could be a bull run for crypto.
Damn. How about the regular stock market or tech stocks? Those seeing a little bit of uptick?
Yeah, they're seeing upticks. But this is the thing. I wouldn't have any money. Well, I mean, besides your long-term stuff, right? Your mutual funds and your investment stocks that you keep long-term. But as far as swinging or even day trading, it's really, I mean, you can get caught holding the bag really quick. Because for one, it's summertime. Everybody, like, and we've been saying this previous episodes, right? Summertime. People are with their kids. People aren't spending money. And that even goes for hedge fund managers and all that too. So I believe the algo's turned off, and they're not really active right now, and they probably won't be active until around September. This is just speculation, but never in July or August. I mean, those aren't really good money making months for stock trading.
People are really out on vacation, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, they're really chilled out,
bro. You know, kids are on summer vacation. Teachers aren't working. right? Yeah, you're kind of like you're a big chunk of your workforce or your consumers are on break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People check out regardless.
Yep.
Shoot.
Just like
Since
December,
last
right?
Friday. People are checked out since Friday.
Yep. Just like December, one of the worst months for stocks too. I mean, people are on holidays. People are flying out, right? Seeing their families, this and that. So
Right.
that as well, as well.
Interesting times, man. And in short, what do you think? You think it's maybe you said yourself, you think it's probably a good time to buy? Middle of the summer, it's low, but there's good signs that we could be approaching it like another big run here. What are you thinking?
As far as crypto,
As far
I
as
would say
crypto.
keep a close eye on it. I mean, look at Ethereum's already at 1900. If you even bought some at 18, you're up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could drop, but I think it's going to sustain this level for a while. And if we break 2,000, man, we're probably going to 2,500.
Break 2000 might see a new floor, huh?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
All right. Okay. What do you think, Matt? What do you think, B? We got a guest here?
Yeah, we got a guest. We got a very special guest, our most visiting guest.
Oh, the honorary Prime Mind member.
Valeria PrimeMinds. Chilling
Let's bring him
backstage.
down, man. Let's bring him down. Let's get it going.
All right, let's welcome up to the stage Sharif, the CEO of Valeria Studios here.
Sharif, going by a different name today, it looks like.
How's it going, man?
What's up? What's up?
Just
Glad to have you back.
Thanks, man. I'm always happy to be here. Let me mute this other one. Always
Sharif,
happy to be here with you guys, man.
I was checking out the game, and I know you had the demo going. You might be even further along now, but I was just looking at video of the game. It looks great, man. You guys got a great team working on it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. It's been a long road, but appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say, man, Z sent me those physical cards, dude. And when I open, and this is coming from, a consumer, a player standpoint, bro. When I open those cards, it made me feel like I was opening some fucking Pokemon cards.
I loved
it. Like, it was just like, dude, I haven't felt like that since I was like 10 years old.
I'll tell you what. So those cards were just for fun. Well, we actually have a trading card game. So you'll get the booster pack and you'll get the booster pack and then you'll actually be able to use those cards in our trading card game and a QR code so you can get the NFT inside of the trading card game, which will also be made on mobile because that game is going to be super easy to develop. We already have the models, we have the animation, we have the VFX. That game is going to be super fast, super quick to develop. So you'll get the trading card game and whatever you pull in the pack, you'll be able to use it on the mobile game too. I'll share some artwork in the guest speaker chat.
Sweet.
But yeah, super excited about that, man. And that's probably like the best someone could say. Feels like opening up Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. That's the best compliment.
Yeah, man. I was shocked. I was like, man, I want to fucking play this game now. I want to play it like.
Yeah.
I love the physical cards. I put them all in big plastic covers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keeping those babies, man.
Yeah. Those are great. One day, those could be like the first, the first cards that what's the Pikachu that they gave out at the event ended up being worth a lot of money, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm hodling, bro.
The OG stuff. Oh yeah. I
OG
pulled the Azure guy myself. I heard that was a pretty rare one.
Yep. Hilal's here too, by the way. If you guys want to pull Hilal up.
Okay, I'll pull him up.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Hello, what's up? Welcome to Prime Minds, man.
Oh hey, am I live?
You're on. Yep, we are on. We're chatting it up.
We got the wrong link earlier, so let me just post this again, Hilal. Yeah, we're gonna have to post it again. I'll tweet it, you tweet it too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people sitting in the live chat that we used. You used the Peyton's link, so there's a bunch of people sitting in the upcoming video waiting for us. But we're working on getting everybody over.
Oh,
but,
okay. I didn't. Okay.
Let me just post it.
It's all good, brother.
I don't see the stream going.
This is what happens when you miss a week, man. Everything just falls apart. Damn it!
It does, man.
Chaos.
Chaos, man.
It's a holiday weekend. What are you gonna do? We're chilling.
Yep. No, but there's quite a few people over there. We have 7 people just chilling, waiting for us. So hopefully they can figure out how to get on over here.
Yeah, if not, maybe we could share the YouTube link and they can just watch it from there. I don't know. Appreciate
We'll
everybody
figure it
coming
out,
out though. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll even upload. Man, this is a pretty cool picture right here. Let's see.
So what you're looking at, like those cards there, those are like you were saying, they're just collectibles. You know, something that we gave out at the NFT NYC, some collectibles. They're not going to happen again. You got your hands on them. That's super cool. You do get to use them in our mobile game though. So they came with the QR code, so you can get the NFT for those assets if you mint the. It's a free mint to recover the gas. So you will be able to use those characters in our mobile game after you add them to your wallet. But going forward, we're like, if we're going to give someone a trading card game, we want them to actually be able to use it. So we have the rule book, we created the rule book, we created the artwork, and currently we're working on like the packaging, printing of the cards, and then hopefully soon begin development on the mobile game.
Yeah, but these are the cards. These are the cards that Tip's got up on the screen right now that we've been giving away to people. Was lucky enough to go to NFT NYC with Sharif and got some packs from him. And
yes, you did.
From everybody that's been supporting us, we really appreciate it. We've been making sure to give some out every episode. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Sharif, are these separate games then, like on the mobile platform?
So it follows the same story and the same lore, and a lot of the Valerians are going to be similar. So that's also a Valerian. So Griswold is also a Valerian in our game, like in the mobile game. So that's going to be like a 3D model doing the whole battle. But he's also in our trading card game. So there's overlap. So like Grail's Azuki champion. He's in the mobile game, but he's also a champion in our trading card game. And then how it's going to work is when we first launch our trading card game, we're going to use it to funnel people to the mobile game. So you'll get a QR code and you'll get assets in our mobile game. But our long-term vision is once our mobile game is ready, our second mobile game, which will be the trading card game. This is a whole separate game in its of its own. Okay. So once the trading card mobile game is ready, then when you get a booster pack and you open it up, then whatever cards you're pulling, you'll get the digital NFT version inside of the mobile game. So yeah, right now we're building like a real-time strategy game, and the characters are similar to the TCG. Some are the same, some overlap. But once our TCG mobile game is ready, yeah, these are like two completely separate games, but using the same lore, the same project integrations, the same IP deals that we've organized. But most importantly, they use the same token. So if you want to buy like a starter deck, you use Val's tokens, the same token that you would use in our first game. You would use the same token in our second game. So the token is still going to be at the heart of everything.
Explain what the real-time strategy game will be like. Can you compare it to a different game, or what is that going to look like? A capture the flag type of thing, or
yeah? So I would say the closest comparison, we've done a couple things. So actually, I had a video, but it's a long video. You'd have to find the right section, but I would compare it to Pokemon in the sense of capturing the Valerians, leveling them up, evolving them. That element of Pokemon. The battle, when I say real-time strategy, the reason it's not turn-based like Pokemon is we came up with a very unique game mechanic. And so Valerians will have different speed stats. So some Valerians will be slower, some will be faster. Like, you got Kirakota there. He's super powerful, but he's also really slow.
Real quick, I think that this mechanic you guys have implemented is pretty awesome, especially
the speed stat
in the card genre or the CCD genre.
Yeah,
it's the first time I've seen it. I've seen I've played several. I've actually created a couple, and this is the first time I've seen where you play a card and it's got a different speed than another card, and you can see it coming up the timeline. And you can like play strategy to counteract it. I think it's awesome.
Exactly. Yes, you saw the gameplay. So you have this queue, and like if a Valerian is fast, you don't have as much time to react to his move. But if a Valerian is slower, some moves are called priority moves, like a heal. That happens right away. So if I'm on low health and I see you're targeting my guy, you're about to finish him off, I can pop a heal in my hand. It'll heal him right away. I'll be able to survive the attack. Or maybe like Kirito, I know his move is so powerful. If he launches it, I'm in big trouble, chance to get burned, everything like that. Maybe I stun him. because that move takes like 4 seconds to launch because he's slow. He's powerful but slow. So I have like 4 seconds to try to find a card to maybe stun him or place barriers on my Valerian or heal them. So that part of it I think is very unique, but definitely a bit of Clash Royale, a bit of Pokemon, but that speed stat is like you're saying I think is very unique. Yeah.
Like it.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, the game was total. It was a total blast to play. And I've said it before. Like it was comparable to Pokemon. Kind of meets like the real time strategy, kind of Final Fantasy feel. It was really fun. It was really
That's
fun.
awesome, man. Thanks for
So-
saying that. Appreciate that. And that was
Oh.
Irving. We've come a long way.
Yeah, and I can't wait to play. Speaking of that, let's get to some of the details of what you do guys are.
Mhm.
You have your mobile game coming up soon. Like
Yep.
that's super exciting.
Mhm.
So is this release that you guys have coming up soon? Is this going to be considered alpha or is this beta? That's the release.
No, so we're gonna launch with a $50,000 prize pool for a tournament, and that will be the beta launch. It will probably go on for about 2 weeks while we collect feedback. And I know it sounds kind of weird to launch a tournament, but at the same time call it a beta launch. But we're trying to collect as much feedback as possible. We're trying to test our servers, right? We do our own stress test, but we want to test our servers. We expect a lot of players joining up for this tournament because again, there's a $50,000 prize pool on the line. So we expect a lot of players to come in and battle it out. So we're looking at it. Of course, we're gonna have our private test beforehand with our Discord and a few other people like Jonah and his community. We got a few people that are going to test it out privately before the tournament, but the tournament we're really looking at it as a beta launch because after that we want to see, okay, what do we do, what do people like, what do people not like, collect as much feedback as we can as we work towards an official launch.
Should I hope the PrimeMinds get an opportunity to jump into that pre-beta access?
Yeah. If you're in our Discord, we're gonna put up the application soon once the devs give me the go ahead.
I've been in your Discord for over a year, brother. Come on now.
My man.
I'll get these other guys too. I'll get these other guys too,
All right.
at least.
All right.
I'll read it. I'll read it later today.
All right,
Oh,
my man. I appreciate that. And the next question's for Hilal.
Okay.
So you asked for him. You got him.
All right, Hilal. So we were just talking about a 2-week 50K tournament. Obviously that means after 2 weeks the game's shutting down. What are you guys thinking for opening it up for further beta access? And like, I know you don't have to give me a full timeline or anything like that, but what's a projection for like dropping a full game that you guys are going to call like an actual public release?
Yeah, no, the plan is to go straight into the actual public release. We want to have as little time in between the tournament and the actual launch. Like ideally, we would go right into it from the tournament to the launch, and it doesn't need to necessarily be just like a 2-week tournament. It could be open beta where people are just playing the game normally, and then once we know that the actual launch is 2 weeks away, then we start the tournament, and then that way the tournament happens, and on the last day of the tournament, once it's all over, then the actual launch happens. So the beta could be a little bit longer. It's not like day one of when the beta comes out, we need to launch the tournament right away. It could be the open beta, people are just playing the game, testing it out, testing all the bugs, and then once we know that the game is 2 weeks away from officially launching, start the tournament. That way, like there's no time in between.
Yeah, a big part of it is what we discover. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, a big part of it is what we discover during that time. And if we discover everything is going fine and we're good to go, then yeah, there's not going to be much turnaround.
So at that point, is everyone's account going to get wiped back to what it was at the very beginning? So
Probably,
like say it takes a month that way, because I know when you guys originally announced it, it was supposed to be 1 week of everyone starting from the same base, other than the people who's been able to collect these NFTs from you guys, essentially. So
yeah,
would that be a situation that you guys go back to?
I think after the tournament's done and then we have the official launch, at that point we'll definitely have to probably reset everyone's accounts, just because we want to have the tournament where the chests are sped up. Instead of like taking 8 hours, it's 2 hours. Like 24 hours chests would be done in 8 hours, 12 hours in 6 hours, 8 hours in 2 hours, and just so people can progress a lot faster within those 2 weeks and get a full team of like level 8s for the tournament and kind of play through the entire game in that small time frame. Versus the real progression, we can't make it as fast, so it would be unfair to keep all of that progression going into the real launch. As far as the progression from before the tournament starts to when there's just like open testing. That's up for debate. We'll see how much that time frame really is and how much of a big difference it'll make.
Yeah, the question is basically if we decide to do the beta because we want to get as much feedback as possible, as deep into the game as possible, our the first idea that we have is we launch it, but we speed up the progression, like Hilal was saying. So like a chest takes 4 hours to open, but you can open it up in 10 minutes. That way you're progressing really quick. Obviously, that's not fair to keep. But at the same time, the other thought is if we maybe offer some boosts during the beta and call it like a promotional boost and we speed up the chess a little bit, but nothing crazy, then there is the potential that we could say, okay, you know what, for this tournament, not the private testing, I mean like for the tournament, the 2-week tournament, for that period, there is the possibility that we say, you know what, we'll continue and we sped up the chess a little bit. The people who got in early did get some extra rewards. We'll live with it, but we can't go from 4 hours to 10 minutes if we do that. But maybe we could do something like 4 hours to 2 hours, double the progression time, double the progression speed. But if we do that route, we might be able to allow people to keep their progress. So we're exploring all the options.
It also just add on. It also depends on how many people it's open to, right? So if the beta is only open to like 5,000 users and it's closed off to everybody else and they want to join in but they can't, then it might be unfair. Or if like early on we're getting it in waves, like let's say like LAN holders are in first, and then like it depends how the launch is and how many like the access to it. If it's freely available to anyone and the beta tournament, everybody's in there, everybody can participate, it's an open invite, then it makes a lot more sense to keep the progression going. So yeah, it depends.
Is there any way I could share my screen? Sorry, is there any way I can share my screen on what you guys are doing, or no?
Let me
Okay.
see, make sure he has the role or access. Give me just
because I could actually show you guys
try.
like because the footage you pulled up was pretty old, man. I can show you guys. I'll pull up the demo here and then I can show you guys. I'll give you guys a walkthrough.
Nice. Let's get up to date.
I have a quick question while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So why did you guys choose the Polygon chain?
That's a great question. One, our dev, he's a very talented dev. Scotty, he's been working with Polygon for many years. So there was definitely a comfort level there with him with Polygon, and that was important for our lead developer to be comfortable with the chain that he's building on. The second reason was the kind of support that we received from Polygon, right? When we were exploring different chains, Arbitrum, we explored IMX, all the different chains, Solana, the kind of experience, the kind of support that we received from Polygon, right? They're gonna promote us. We're doing a whole marketing campaign. They got us in touch. This is still okay. This is early, so I haven't really said this, but the conversation has brought us here. But they got us in touch with some publishers that can potentially publish our game in Southeast Asia, and yeah, and like that conversation's going really well, and I'm super excited about that. And that's just one aspect of what Polygon has done for us in terms of introducing us to people, getting us in touch with people, and then when the time comes, they're also going to do a proper promotional campaign behind us, and they're doing all of this stuff for us. And the fees are also enough that we can cover it, right? Because we cover all the gas fees for our players. The fees are manageable, so we're able to cover the fees.
And
Wow.
That's amazing, dude. And another thing I wanted to ask, man, like I love these physical cards. Are you guys going to be having like stores have these that are accessible so if people want to just buy them and then actually play the game, like say with buddies and face to face?
Hilal, this is your realm.
Yeah, no. The physical card game that's coming out is not like the NFT NYC cards. You can actually play with them like a Yu-Gi-Oh, like Pokemon. It's an actual card game, fully fleshed out, rules, like a game mat, all that stuff is there. So yeah, you'll be able to purchase them on our marketplace, obviously on our website, as well as we're setting up an Amazon storefront, and then so you'll be able to purchase them that way. And also, I'm in talks with 3 different local stores in Toronto. So if you're in the GTA, you might even see them on shelves of like local card shops. So there are card shops that I went to a lot growing up that playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm very very well connected with those people, and they're open to posting the starter decks on their shelf. So if you're in the GTA, you can pick them up there. But also for everyone else around the world, they're gonna be on our website, on the Amazon storefront. We're gonna do some cool videos with IRL with all the people like who are playing Yu-Gi-Oh, who are playing Pokemon in the card shops. Try and onboard them, show them our card game. So it should be a ton of fun. You'll definitely get a chance.
All right. So he says I should be able to share my screen now. I don't know if it works. Tell me if it works. So I just shared on Discord, right?
Yep, just jump in the
Okay.
chat.
There
Yep.
you go.
Yup.
That was my fault, I think. Okay. My bad. Try it. Okay, I did it again. Yep.
We don't see anything yet, Sharif. Does it show
Um,
that you have popped up?
It's opening and closing. Streamer mode is enabled. Okay. Try this one more time. Go live. Oh,
Anybody who has any questions for Sharif here, ask him in the chat, guys. You know, might get some alpha out of them. You never know.
Right. I do want to know though, when the game pops open, I know we have not a full set of Valerians that are going to be out. How many do we have that are actually ready for the game, and how long until the full sets, all Valerians are ready?
We're launching with 70. The first collection will be 150, but we're also going to do like quick. We're going to do very quick launches. So a season is 40 days for us, but inside of that season, we're not just trying to introduce one evolution line. We're going to see how much we can do. Obviously, there'll be new champions introduced constantly. Champions also have passive abilities, so they have some impact on the gameplay. But as far as the Valerian evolution line goes, there's a bunch of project partners that we had to put on the back burners. So we're going to start beginning working on their 3D models, animation, and VFX. So we'll be launching with 70 Valerians, but our hope is definitely to add a new Valerian evolution line every 1 to 2 weeks. The reason we can't add it too fast though is because whenever a new Valerian comes out for a certain element, let's say fire, the spawning rate of the old one reduces significantly. So although like Kukos might be running around everywhere the first couple of weeks, if we drop a new fire type, Kukos are going to become extremely hard to come by. And you need 20,000 level 1 Kukos just to make a single level 10, let alone if you try to do shiny breeding or something. So we can't introduce them too fast because the way we've designed it is like you're just summoning as new Valerians come out, the old ones become more and more rare. Their spawning rate will never reach 0, but they will reach like 0.001. Like a regular common Kuko today could be one of the hardest cards to pull, a week from now. So sorry, a year from now.
Nice.
That's how we've designed it.
And I've been seeing too, a lot of people have been receiving chests for their land. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did chests for the lands, and basically those are pre-staking rewards. So we're giving 5% of our token away to landowners up until the tournament launch. So everyone who staked, they're getting these chests, and they're going to have cool in-game assets. But primarily, the main reward is of course going to be tokens. But depending on the rarity of the chest, you could get more tokens, but you can also have a chance to pull maybe shiny Valerians, alternate card artworks, and things like that could be included in these chests as well, which are going to be super hard to come by when you're actually opening the game. So that's why you might see like a common land the other day sold for like 0.7 ETH, because when the floor for a common is like 0.3 because I had a mythic chest on it. So someone's like, yeah, I'm going to try to grab that.
Yeah, and then also like in the chest could contain something else like champions. Is that true?
Champions, no. There is no champions inside of these chests. So champions are basically they're okay. I shouldn't say there's no champions. I can't say too much because we wanted to keep what's in the chest secret. We didn't want to give away everything.
People asking, baby.
Okay, fine. I will tell them if you're buying the chest for a champion, it's going to be super hard to get. The champions are you're not going to be pulling a champion out of a common chest. Let's put it that way. But there are some exclusive champions that are going to be like super low supply in some of the chests. I just don't want to say exactly in which chests and which champion and stuff, but champions are one of our main methods for monetization. So that's why for us, champions are like, okay, we're not going to sell 1,000, like 20,000 champions. It's going to be like, for example, Azuki's champion. There's only 777 champions for Azuki. After that's done, that's it. You'll never be able to get your hands on an Azuki champion unless you go to the marketplace and buy it off secondary. So champions are something that we want to keep an exclusive, low supply, make them super rare, and really, they do help in battle. So I don't want to say it's pay to win, because they do have passive abilities, but we've made their passive abilities not game changing. They will help you if you use them right, but you're not going to win or lose a battle because of your champion's ability. It might sway a few battles. If you play 10 battles, probably won't make a difference, but over 10, 15, maybe 15 matches, your champion's passive ability might win you one or two. That's possible. So it does help. I'm not saying it doesn't help. If your champion's passive ability is used right, it will help you in battle, but it's not like a game changer. You're not going to have level 2 Valerians beating level 4 Valerians because of your champion's passive. It helps.
When we played in New York, I remember the champion's abilities. One was like make criticals like 3% more effective or something, and another was like help heal a little bit more. It was not a game changer at all. So
yeah.
It's something where it's like, if you have this, it might be like that extra little passive that helps you beat a raid boss with like 2 health points left.
Yeah, exactly. It can swing some battles. Yeah.
So but the champions, I mean, so let's talk about those for just a little bit. You did mention that I know you've said it all over the place, but you partnered with Grail. Ethan got his Zuki and his IP, and that champion's going to be having a mint coming up. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we partnered with Grail's Azuki. So his champion is also going to be called Grail. If you check out Valeria Games, like our Twitter, the pinned tweet right now is a little teaser we made for him. But the purpose of this, again, it's a very low supply, and we're determining the exact mint price and mint amount, but it's going to be low supply. It's not going to be anything crazy expensive. But the purpose of this is to show people the power of IP monetization in Valeria Games. So a lot of people talk about IP monetization, different ways to do it. We first started with in-game integration, right? We're all about in-game integration, and we're like, all right, let's integrate these different projects into our game: Digidagaku, Neo Tokyo, Imposters, Llamaverse, Kaiju Kings, Neo Tokyo. Okay, they're in our game now, and that was super cool. But we wanted to take it to the next level, and the next level for us was IP monetization. If you have an NFT that is extremely valuable, for now, this is our bar. Our bar is like, this NFT has to be like top tier of a top tier project. We're gonna give you 50%. But what's cool is it's not just 50% of the mint for his champion, because when you mint his champion, you actually get 5 booster packs. It's what are we calling it, Hilal? The Azuki booster pack box?
Premium collection?
Yeah, Azuki's premium collection. So it comes with 5 booster packs and 3 Azuki cards for a trading card game. You get that with the champion in the mint. So you'll get 5 booster packs, yeah, and you're getting 3, and 1 will be alternate card artwork. So you're getting the 2 regular card artwork Azuki champions and 1 alternate card artwork. Now, that's for this launch. But let's say 5 months later we drop a skin for Azuki, and Grail gets half of the mint. But then let's say 5 months later we drop a skin for the Azuki. Our champions are ERC 721, meaning they're upgradable. So we drop a skin for the champion. Half of that will go to Grail as well. Let's say we drop this TCG starter deck, we drop an Azuki special edition starter deck on our marketplace. That half of that is going to go to him as well. So it's so much deeper than just a champion mint that's happening today. It's a long-term partnership with Grail, his Azuki, and then we're in conversations with some of the other top holders of some of the most premium NFTs, most expensive NFTs, to see what else we can do with them as well. But we want to show people that IP monetization is possible. Now, in the long term, we want to open this up. In the long term, there's a YouTuber who says, hey, you know what? I want to make a champion for myself, and can you make one in my name? It's a 3D model. Make a 3D model for me. I like this, this, and this. My community will buy it up. Done. We can do something like that for him, and then his community will download our game, which gives us players, and then in return, he can get revenue share from the champion mint for him. So this opens up tons of possibilities for us.
And look at
Bro,
the guest speaker chat. I dropped the picture of his champion card. You can put it up.
Yep.
yeah.
And I can't share this screen, by the way. It's every time I share it, it says the stream is ended. So I don't know what's going on. It's
Sorry,
tripping.
man. I don't know. I tried to give you all the
It's all good.
all the stuff that I could without making you an administrator.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I appreciate you. I don't know what was
uh,
going on there.
it's lovely Discord, man. Lovely Discord. So what's up with people if they want to try and submit some IP? Like I would love to try and get my frog on there. I know the plague rolls deep, so
Yeah.
you can ask Scott about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the hope. That's the plan for the long term. So initially, right now, of course, we're doing it with a select few that we're chatting with, but that's exactly the hope where it's like maybe someone comes in and says, "Hey, I want to get my frog in there. What can we do? All right, do you want him in the TCG? Do you want him in the mobile game?" For us to create a 3D model, some animations, some VFX, if we know that by adding your IP, it can give us players, it's the best dollar for dollar marketing that you can spend. Because let's say you have a community of 5,000 or 10,000 people who actively will download our game. That's amazing. Well, no problem. We'll create a champion for you, or we'll create a Valerian evolution plan for you. Not only do we get a new Valerian in our game, or a new champion in our game, you get some revenue, and we get 10,000 downloads. So it's a complete win-win situation, and I think it's going to be one of the most unique marketing strategies that we're going to implement. We have tons of marketing strategies we're going to implement, but I think this IP monetization, we're starting with the big guns, and eventually, we absolutely want to open it up to influencers, to people with followings, people with rare NFTs, grails. We definitely want to open it up to all these different possibilities.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Look forward to it, man. I look forward to all the different stuff that you guys are going to bring out, dude. Like, I know you've partnered with like 30 to 40 different partners now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many is it?
It's over 30. It's around
over
40.
30 projects. Any new projects that you want to leak out today for the listeners?
A couple we're working on that's going to revolutionize things, but nothing done yet. Like, we're talking with some big players, but it's speculation at this point. Let's call it speculation.
Hey, I know you guys out there grinding hard, man. That's why
Yeah.
I've stayed dedicated and stayed with this project since the beginning, man. Since antebellum days. So
I tweeted today, it's all coming together slowly. Pieces are falling into place slowly. It's been almost a 2-year journey from start to finish. Well, it's not finished, but start to now. But it's slowly coming together, which is crazy after so long.
Okay. So back to Champions on the flip side, for when we come to the mobile game, obviously there's going to be these ones that you guys offer, the ones that are on the current OpenSea collection. What's the difference between those champions and the ones that are going to be like a free-to-play player would get just playing the game?
Hello, you can take that one.
You're saying the champions that you purchase in the store versus just what you get throughout the game?
PFPs versus in-game champions.
Oh, PFPs versus in-game champions. Yeah. So PFPs are not actually... They don't become the actual champions in-game, at least not as of yet. The in-game champions, they're in-game assets that you would use in-game to battle with. So the PFPs, they don't like magically become 3D models that you would integrate within the app. I say yet because there is a chance that does happen one day, but for now, that's not what they are. They're more so... We initially did the PFPs as a free mint for holders around the 5-month mark of after our project minted, just because people wanted to have a way to show their support for the project on social media, especially Twitter, where they would have land as their profile picture. Like, I would always see these guys with electric lands and fire lands as their profile picture, and some people would do it, but other people would be like, hello, we need a PFP. We want to show Valeria. We want to represent the brand. We want to represent the culture. Like, can you give us something? So I'm like, we're already working on something. Then we went and did the PFPs, and everybody loved them. It's kind of a way to represent your support for Valeria, represent your support for the brand, and help spread the word. People see it, they ask, like, what NFT project is that? And the convo goes from there. But on top of all that, we had the test staking that started recently, where the PFPs played a pretty big role. It wasn't initially planned, but it just kind of made sense, and it was a really good fit. We used the champion PFPs as a boost for staking. So if you had one champion, all your lands got boosted a little bit. 3 champions, a little bit more. 5 is when the boosts start getting a little bit nutty. And then there's 10 and 25 champ boost for the whales, where your chest, the chance to get mythical chests and legendary chests, which have increased rewards on each land, goes up significantly. So that's there as well as utility for the champion PFPs. And in the future, I think we kind of proved ourselves with the land chest taking that we do take the champion PFPs in consideration with everything that we do. And people are kind of comfortable in thinking that whatever happens in the future, the team is not like randomly going to forget about that collection, and they're always going to have something up their sleeve. Even when chest taking is done for the champions, that will continue their utility and continue something cool to use them for.
Yep. We have some ideas. We're getting ready. We're working on a couple things, but basically, the PFP it was a free mint. We never promised we never promised a boost to staking utility, and then we found it. But then the community is like, okay, now we have this utility. What happens after? And it's like, well, we're good. Don't worry, we got this. So it's just when you provide something of value, it's hard to take that value away from it. So we gave these PFPs this value, and then we understand after the tournament launches, and we just take that value away. It's gonna be an issue, even though we never really promised that value to begin with. Nonetheless, there are people who bought PFPs for 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 ETH. So even though it was a free mint, there are a large part of our community, a large part of our PFP holders have spent a lot of money on them. So we're like, okay, you know what, we got this, and we came up with some really creative ideas that we're gonna announce when the time's right.
So I re-listened to the most recent AMA a couple days ago, and you were talking about new elements coming in the land and possibly being a token sink. Will the PFP champions have anything to do with that by chance?
The PFPs right now won't have anything to do with the new 5 elements coming into the game, and it won't be a new land collection. There won't be new lands being minted, but the lands, I mean, I guess we'll just say it. We're already here, but basically it will be first come, first serve basis, and I'm not going to give away all the details. Some we're still working out, but first come, first serve basis. Right now, your land is a single type. It's a fire, it's an electric, it's a rock. Each land the lands are gonna become dual type. So fire will turn into fire dark. And the benefit of that will not just be getting an extra booster pack, right? Because right now, like the main benefit of getting aside from the tokens, a grassland, they also give you a exclusive booster pack with high shiny rates and high legendary rates. But if you become a fire dark land, not only are you going to get the fire booster pack and the dark booster pack every week now, in addition to the tokens, there's going to be some additional rewards too, but not all the lands are going to be available for upgrade. So it will be first come, first serve basis, and it's going to be a huge token sink because that's the cost to upgrade your land.
Okay, so does that mean you're going to be getting 2 booster packs now, or your booster pack is now just going to be split between the two?
Two booster packs. We have to do it that way. Just the way our booster packs are set up. We want our booster pack to be able to be sold, right? So you can sell the grass one, keep the dark one if you want. Just sell the fire one, keep the dark one if you want, for example. So yeah, you will be able to there will be 2 booster packs, but there's going to be additional rewards to that. You're not just going to be upgrading your lands just so you can get an extra booster pack. That's all I'll say for now. There's going to be more rewards as well.
So then the only other question I would have is, if I only owned one land, would I be able to have enough vows?
No,
if I
you won't make
all
it.
9 weeks? Okay.
No, you won't be able to make it. In one land, you won't be able to collect enough vowels.
Maybe. I don't know. If he uses all of them.
If he uses
Did you get any mythical chest drops?
Yeah,
Did
that's what
I?
I was gonna say.
No.
You're gonna need some mythical chest drops, maybe. It's gonna be tough. It's going to be first come, first serve. Only a select amount of lands will be able to be upgraded. And when you do the numbers, like there's, I can't get too much into it, but the point is, yeah, you're gonna either need to buy some Vals tokens. If somebody sets up a liquidity pool, you can purchase some Vals tokens or OTC or whatever. That's one option. The other option is, yeah, if you have multiple lands, you might be able to get in there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that at least.
It's a token sink, man. It's a token sink with utility, but our tokens but it's not the only token sink we're launching. There's like 5 different token syncs that are gonna come out on that day. So you're
I
like,
know you
okay,
guys make it so hard. You're like, what
yeah,
do I want to spend all my vowels
yeah,
on, or do I want to save
yeah,
them and try and make money later, or do I just want to spend them all,
yeah.
or what?
There's 500 exclusive starter decks that you can purchase with Vals, and it's like, do I want to spend it there,
Oh,
or do I want to get this booster box set, or do I want
yeah,
a hoodie? Do I want a plushie? Do I want to upgrade my land? Do I want to speed up my chest inside of the game? Do I want to spend it in the merch store? Do I want to spend it in the marketplace to grab that shiny obsidian that just went up? Like, these tokens are meant to be used in so many
yeah,
different ways. This is just one huge token sync that we're introducing, but our objective is to launch so many token syncs all at the same time. As soon as our token comes out, it's like, here's 6, 7 ways that you can spend it and use it.
Buy the manga. Chapter
Buy the
1, book
manga,
1, book
yeah,
1
the
should be done.
manga. Yeah,
mm,
that's another exclusive drop that we're gonna have that you can buy with Vals. There's just so many things that we're doing.
I always tell the Discord guy, Val's is strictly a utility token, and they laugh and they put laughing emojis on it, and because they think I'm just saying that to like be safe or something. No, it
yeah.
really is a utility token. It's strictly a utility token. It has like a bajillion different use cases.
Mhm.
I only
Well, I
speak the
mean,
truth, right?
yeah. So here's another question that we had. Like in the latest anime you guys were talking about, you've now removed vowels out of the game.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So vowels is no longer going to be used in the
Hmm.
game, but you're going to be having gems purchasable with vowels. So
Transferable,
I
swappable.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. When we had started out, you had always tried to say that you were want to initiate a like half price with vowels. Is there a way that you guys are, or is that going to be the same going forward?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. It's much easier to
okay,
execute now. So this is what happened. Again, changes happen. You got to be flexible. You got to be adaptable. But our dev said Omni. He can set up our token as OmniChain, and so we're like, okay, ETH. That's where all the volume is. Okay, so we want a token on ETH, which is cool. You want it on the Ethereum network, but if our game is on Polygon, you're gonna have to go to our website and swap it to you're gonna have to swap it from the ETH chain to the Matic chain. So if you're gonna have to go to our website to swap your token from ETH chain to Matic chain, why not just swap it to gems? Just avoid that whole situation. The reason that benefits us is because if players have to do a swap anyways, the purpose being that we get to stay on the Ethereum blockchain, which everyone knows is popular. So if we're gonna offer this swap from ETH to Matic so you can actually use it in the game, why not just do it to gems? And that way the mobile game becomes so much cleaner and simpler. Because now the mobile game doesn't have to show the cost of everything in vowels and gems, the marketplace. Now the cost of everything could just be in gems. And it makes the user experience a lot cleaner, the UI a lot cleaner, and it makes the Web2 integration and onboarding a lot cleaner. All they see is gems everywhere, and you could buy gems with your credit card. You go to the marketplace. If you can list, I mean, obviously you can sell you get an Obsidian, you can sell them on OpenSea if you want. But if you sell them in the in-game store, it's gonna have to be in gems. But the gem swap only goes one way. So anytime you swap your vowels to gems, you can't swap it back from gems to vowels. So again, another huge token sink. But if a new champion's coming out and it's in the in-game store and it's being sold for 500 gems, you're gonna swap your vowels to gems. And so now we have another huge token sink that we've introduced.
So can a user like cash out, or how can they remove the economy from the game, or is there not a way to do that?
It depends. So if you mean in the sense like we did always focus on play to own, but when you own something, it could give you the possibility to profit, because if you own something, it means you can sell it. So if you want to sell something for profit, let's say for example I have an Obsidian, I can definitely sell it on OpenSea. Our collections are on OpenSea as well. Like right now our creatures are on OpenSea, so you could sell something on OpenSea for Matic. That's definitely possible. So that's one thing. And as far as like the token itself goes, when you get the token, you don't have to swap it to gems. You can use it in many different ways. You will be given the token, you won't be given gem. If you choose to put it to gems, that's fine. But let's say there's a champion for sale. I mean, I could hypothetically buy that, swap my vowels to gems, grab the champion, and then sell the champion wherever I want. Right? You can sell it in the in-game store for gems, or you can sell it wherever you like for whatever you like.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Same with the Valerians and everything like that, right? You find a cool Valerian in a chest, or you beat a dungeon, or you've worked hard and you've leveled up this Valerian from level 1 to 10, for example, whatever, and you're like, what do I do with it? You can sell it on an in-game marketplace, or you can sell it on OpenSea or Blur. It's completely up to you.
And
We
yeah,
won't be restricting it.
just to add on, the converting vows to gems is always going to be, in a sense, it'll be easier to progress within the game if you did that conversion versus just spending USD and buying gems outright from the App Store. And there'll be like prompts and education pieces throughout the game and throughout the app that kind of showcases to people that you can purchase vows to make those in-game progression, and it'll show them like you would technically be getting that in a discount. So our entire model is kind of trying to onboard people from Web 2 to Web 3. Everything you earn within the game isn't immediately an NFT. It's not minted live. You get all your assets, you get all your Kukos, your Voltails, everything piled up into your inventory. And then depending on which NFT you want to mint, you can choose which NFTs you want to mint. And then it'll tell you, okay, if you mint this, now you have the NFT of that, and you don't have to mint all of it. And it'll show this is the OpenSea page, this is the marketplace page with all the Valerians. This is like how much everything is worth right now, how much everything is going for, how much Vals is, and that whole education piece will be there. So a lot of the game within the game itself is trying to convert people from Web 2 to Web 3, and throughout that is showcasing both minting of your Valerians and also the Vals tokens, its use cases, and how to get the Vals token. But I know that was a big thing for people. They were thinking like, if the Vals is not in game and is just showing gems, does that mean that Vals will not be in the game at all? Completely no. We're still going to be showcasing Vals within the game, talking about Vals within the game, and trying to funnel people towards acquiring Vals. I don't want to say purchasing, but I want to say acquiring Vals and minting their NFTs and putting their Valerians on the blockchain so they can trade and play with other players that way.
And another interesting point is, because we don't sell Vals, we're able to do this. If we were the ones selling the Vals, and then we tell people like, hey, don't go to the Apple Store and buy gems, buy Vals, Apple can easily come to us and say, hey, you're rerouting business, you're providing a third-party market, so you're rerouting and you're avoiding the 30%. But we don't sell Vals. Vals is not something that we sell. We had a Genesis land mint. We give these out to our holders. Genesis land mint was 2 years ago. The Vals is being provided by our landowners, not us. So that's why we're able to have this education piece inside of the game, tell people about Vals and everything like that, because we're not actually the ones that are selling the Vals or providing the Vals. It's our Genesis landowners that will be doing that.
Yeah, that sounds good. And it also keeps the economy more simple, so you don't have like several tokens that they can list things for. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So Chuck had a good question down here in the chat. He's asking for the lands that you're saying can be upgraded. What is the percent of the overall 10,000 collection that's going to be able to be upgraded?
We're working on the details. So right now we're determining how many and how much Vals. So we're working on those details right now. We haven't decided the exact amount.
So I know in this staking that started tomorrow. Today was 4th week of chests, I believe, right? We're halfway through.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it's been 5 weeks. 5 weeks?
Yeah.
5 weeks. Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't even check today's yet. Damn, I wonder what I got. I could have them and not even know.
Yeah.
But I know that the original number, if all 10,000 had been staked, was 5%. If the same amount that was staked now continues to the end, do you know how much of that 5% would actually be going out?
Right. So you mean on when Trust Hacking Day happens, because we're 80% staked, is it going to be 80% of the 5% that we launch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But that ties into a few other things. We're not going to put the other 20% in our pocket. It's not going to the treasury. I'll say that much, but I'm not going to say too much because it ties into a couple other things and I can't. But
it's okay.
The point is,
you've always told us that you're going to take care of us, so that it's going back to the community
it's not
anyways.
coming to us. Exactly.
Yeah. No, when we're this far in, we trust you, dude. Like, you guys have always over-delivered on everything that you've said, no matter if it's, and you've been so extremely flexible, and I think that's what's helped you guys get this far in the process. So
yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I'm definitely sticking around for a long time. As long as you guys are here, I'll stick around. I'll tell you that, man.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that,
man.
Everything else around us is burning right now.
Dude, it's crazy because when we
Fuck
first
everything else. Who cares? As long as your guys make a fun game, people come and play it, dude. And I'll tell you what, you had a
Well, I
lot
think
of people at NFTMYC playing your game. So
I think what we're building is exactly what everybody's waiting for. They're
yeah,
starting to see like all these other projects that it's a lot of fluff, a lot of vapor, not a lot of substance, and it's kind of like a markets are maturing. And I think we can kind of satisfy that fix and answer the question that a lot of people have, and it's exactly what people are looking for. This is what people want, giving the people what they want. So
yeah.
I think we should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have
Oh
done
man,
great, man. Like I said, Sharif, you've been on here when you first started, man. Like when lands were point zero something, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you and the team have come so far, man. It's crazy and it's great to see it, man. Great job.
Gave your community the alpha very early, man.
Yeah, yeah. You even
Right.
gave away a land to one of
Yeah.
our viewers, and and now the land is worth way more than it was, and so it was a great surprise.
You gave some PFPs out, some lands
Yep.
out, but I'll tell you this, it's still early. Like when we think about it in the grand scheme of things and some of the conversations I'm having and some of the meetings I'm in and some of the stuff we're looking to do and execute on, I'm just like, oh my God, we're still early and people are excited to work with us. There's a lot of people that we're talking to that see what we're building and they get excited because think about it, people are building on PC, which is great, and I'm not hating on PC, but only some people have PCs. And then they're building their game in a way where it's like you need this NFT to play, but only some people have that NFT. And then they're doing it in a way where it's like limited to crypto players, but only some people are in crypto. And it's just this is really, in my opinion, like Hilal was saying, it's like people are waiting for. Everyone talks about mass onboarding, and it's like, okay, we can use Magic Link, you can cover their gas fees, you can use their Apple ID to create their wallet, cover their gas, make the entire game in gems, introduce a Valve to gem swap, and people can mint when they want. So if Matic is spiking and the blockchain is busy or it's down and you can't open up your loot box, you don't have to run into any of those problems. It's just I really do think that this is what the space needs right now.
oh yeah, and a $50,000 tournament I think might help it too, bro. That would be a big jump start.
Yeah, I think publishing is going to be huge for us, right? Because we're talking to publishers and we're trying to get our game in as many places as possible, right?
Yep.
And I think that's going to be huge for us too. So,
As long as it's playable in the United States too, man.
oh, of
Please.
course, yeah. North America was the start, but we're just in some
Uh,
talks and we're trying to get it out into so many different countries.
Yep. So when do you have a
One-
time when the alpha or this beta release is going to be starting for everybody to get into it?
I don't
Or
do dates anymore. I can't give dates anymore. It's just the
all
life.
right,
It's just the
all
life
right.
of game development. It's close. We're very close. I mean,
We gotta
the
try. We
the
gotta try.
development. I'll tell you this: the development's ahead of the art. So when I go on the game demo, I can't use the awakening function. That's not because the development for awakening hasn't been done. It's because the art hasn't caught up yet. So the hard part has been done, and now we're just catching up on the UI and the art side of the development. So that's, I would say, it's encouraging.
Okay. I know you guys have been doing, like you said earlier, the manga, the art with the Voice Me creating all of the story
Yeah.
with their manga that they put out. I think this week was chapter 5.
Yeah.
And so I've missed the last 2 weeks, but it's been a good manga so far.
Yeah, it's getting
The
exciting.
stories, it catches you, it makes you want to read the next one for sure.
Appreciate that. And we want to animate that too. So again, as part of building the IP, we want to animate that too. Pokemon became Pokemon. Was it because of the game? Was it because of the show? Was it because of the trading card game or the Game Boy game? And obviously, a lot of people will definitely say it was the show. Some people you might talk to and say, no, I fell in love with Pokemon because of the game. And ultimately, I think it's the ecosystem that they put around. They had the merch, they had the show, they had the game, they had everything. And it's obviously hard to replicate Pokemon. Pokemon is Pokemon. They have their place. They've solidified themselves. But I think, taking that webtoons and turning it into a show is definitely something that's on our vision board.
Yeah, that's
And I just wanted to
promising.
say one last thing is just that I appreciate how transparent and clear the economy is and how well thought out it is. and you've like solved the problem with Apple. I know that a lot of times they won't let you play NFTs on their devices if they didn't purchase it through their app store, stuff like that. And so I think that I really appreciate the effort you guys have put into that.
Thank you, man. Yeah, absolutely. If you want the champion, you mint it through the app store, but you do gotta take your tokens to swap them to gems so you can do the mint. So yeah, and it has been a lot of thought, but it's also not our initial design from a year and a half ago. So much has changed from where we started to where we are, but that's part of the game. You gotta be flexible. But thank you for the kind words.
That's what this scene is all about, is flexibility, for sure. So. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I think this is the 5th time that you've been on PrimeMinds, and we finally got you to bring your partner Hilal up. Like, I've been asking the first or second time for you to bring him up, and he finally gets to come out of the shadows. So thank you for joining us.
He is a real person.
So we're gonna wrap it up and we're gonna talk some Champions Ascension, but we want to give you guys a chance for like just any last words that you want to say, and then I'm gonna give away some cards too after that.
That's awesome. No, just thank you for having us. Obviously, one of the reasons I always show up on your shows because me and you are such good friends, and we built a relationship in the Web3 space. So it was great to finally meet you at NFT NYC. But definitely one of the reasons why I always will come back. You've been a great supporter of us from the beginning. So appreciate you and thanks for having us. And hello.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to say, it's April 12th, April 15th. We minted. It's been long journey. We've come a long way. We built out so much cool stuff. The brand is growing. The community is growing, and internally everything looks amazing. Like it's very bullish. If you guys can be on the inside and just see what's going on in the background, how the next few weeks, next few months are looking in our minds, and how we envision things to play out. So everybody in the community watching, who's holding, you waited this long. Patience, and we're almost there. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting there. It's looking really good, man. The next few months are really exciting, and I think it's all gonna work out.
I think it's all gonna work out too. That's why I've had faith in you, and you guys have proven it. Everything that you've said, you've done. And in some way, shape, or form, you followed through. So, thank you for that. Thank you for joining us.
Because Mac is very used to rugs, so he knows the
Yeah.
difference.
We all are, man.
That's what happens when you're a DJ.
Anyone in NFTs is numb to it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So I do want to give away some cards right now. I think we got a few. So I'll give away 3 cards, and I know everyone that's on here has either seen some names on here or already has one. But what's your favorite Valerian? What's your favorite Valerian creature? Drop a name in the chat if you're listening. And in a few minutes, I'll run a random number generator and give away 3 different Valerians. So drop it in there, guys. And if you guys, like I said, Hilal, Sharif, if you guys want to stay with us, you're more than welcome to. If not, we're going to jump into some Champions
I want to hear what's happening at Champions Ascension. I want to hear. So I'll stick around. I'll be on mute or I'll hop down into the backstage, but I'll be around. I'll stick on the stream.
Nice. Oh, I mean, if you guys want to jump in and give us your opinion on anything too, like if you think it sounds cool or have any questions, feel free. Like that's the whole point of having you guys stay here. So
awesome. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll listen. I'll be on mute, but I'll be here.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Yes,
guys, brother.
So I mean, like the most recent thing that we can start with Champions Ascension literally just happened. It would be the release of the Fenrir.
Yes, sir.
So,
the Fenrir, man. I'm not
just
gonna go ahead.
I would say just like regular Champions Ascension MO, we've come along, and the Fenrir is OP. Every time they drop a new champ, it's always the meta for the week or two. So, but man, what do you think? What do you guys think about it so far?
I like it, man. I know the FOT needs to be toned down a little, and I think they did that. They switched it from 8 seconds to 6 seconds, and they added a couple more patches. I wasn't able to play the patches though, but I like him. I really do. I really don't think he needs much fixing besides his FOT. Other than that, I mean, it's crazy because it doesn't like most of our champions needed an opener. Like the Whisperer needed the breath. You know, the AOS needed the teleport, right? Keymaster had the leap with the sword, right? Like, I feel like the Fenrir didn't need any of that.
Is that because he's kind of quick, or what do you think? Like, why not?
Well, he's super quick, and his light attack is like it's very far-reaching. It's very far-reaching, and it goes in a wide arc. So even in 3v3 combat, or both like the Vault of Carnage, where it's free for all, like when you hit that light, and if you go into heavy, like, oh man, I think on the other hand, I definitely think it needs some work, because when you play in 1v1 or on 3v3, if you get them with the light heavy combo, if you hit them with the howl, they can't dodge for 3 seconds, which means with no dodge and no parry, you're just standing there, right? So if they hit you with an unblockable attack, you can't dodge out of the way, can't parry it, you just eat. And the Fenrir has like multiple infinite combos with that. So
yeah, I mean, anything when it comes out, right, it's going to be pretty OP. I think they're going to fix it, but honestly, it's one of the characters that I think needs the least fixing, like when it first came out.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely probably one of the most playable characters on release so far for sure. And that's totally fine. Like, that means they're making a little bit more polishing before they're putting it out to us, because they have less things that they're trying to pump out, right? There's not as much on the plate anymore. They got through Old Sally, so.
Yeah. And I loved Old Sally, right? I really enjoyed the team play. And then, as you know, they fixed her over time, right? Everybody was using the Whisper FOT to get, every swing, I think, knocked her down like 20%, right? And I think they fixed that to where it doesn't do that anymore. But yeah, I love the boss, man. And the thing I'm like seeing is, dude, they're putting so much stuff out there. Like we have so much to cover, right, guys?
What do you think? What do you think the timeline is on the rest? It seems like if the characters are coming out like more complete, what do you think the timeline is on the rest of the characters that still need to come out?
I think they said by the end of this year.
Maybe further along.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, in our show they dropped that.
Yep.
Hey, you dropped that last time, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm thinking if they continue to pump them out, because they're already showing just today a new video for the Dorolk with one of her new abilities, which looks kind of crazy OP in FFA. If that's the case, it's going to be a bunch of Dorolks and carnage. Lots of people melting in the lava. Do you have that video?
Yeah,
able
I do.
to pull it up?
Well, let's
throw it up.
Of the Chrono Imperium?
No. The video in the Emperor's Tidings from today.
Let me
with the
go search
Dorolk. I don't know if you've even seen that, Mr. Working Man.
Yeah, it's pretty tough trying to keep up with things when you're occupied all the time. But let me see if I can find it.
But so they're showing that. They've shown gameplay of the Vulture so far. They've shown gameplay attacks for Tadari and Grondel. So that's 5 of the other houses that they're already pretty much having gameplay footage and attacks for. Animations, things like that. The series we haven't seen, though. So
no, not the series. And I know what you were talking about when they came out with the Grondel's animations and stuff. And I think a lot of that stuff was on
Emperor's Tidings. So I'll pull it up in a second and we can all look at it.
I'm thinking even maybe sooner than so they say before the end of next year. I think Peyton said that to be safe, right? Speculation here. I'm thinking before December, before November.
Found it. Yeah.
Maybe October.
So
we might have all characters out.
Here is the Dorolk.
Look at that big old sword, dude. That sword's so huge.
Right.
Wow. Did you see the one that he just dropped today in Emperor's Tidings?
Yeah, we're going to look at that one. But if we're looking at this and playing it again, because this is actually the first time I'm ever seeing this. She throws knives.
right? And the knives bring you back. Oh wow, that's like
That's a Scorpion move.
that's like
Scorpion
Scorpion's
move,
move,
yeah.
right? Get over
Yeah.
here. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool, dude. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. And
But look how
that
she
hit with
just
the spears.
pulls. She pulls the Whisperer into the lava. Like, oh man, it's game over.
yeah, let's look at this again. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I was just looking at that right
Free
now.
for all's gonna be done in like 45 seconds, and no one's gonna have gotten any tickets.
Not only that, but you can grab tickets,
That's
bro, from the lava with your knives.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is the thing. Like you're looking at the parts right now. Is she only gonna have 3 parts?
I didn't even look at that. I was more distracted by those beautiful, beautiful chains. That
Look at
grappling
that.
hook,
3.
pretty much.
Well, see, and then now you got fangs. So that's kind of weird. You see that? How it went. So you got the breath, or it looked like breath, right? Because you know us,
Yeah.
we did
Breath,
deep
fang,
into it.
breath and fangs.
Breath,
Breath and fangs.
fangs,
And that's
and
it.
a
And then
tail.
this claw.
And then these 2 these 2 claws right
Yeah.
here. That might be her
Yep.
claws.
Yep.
The
She does
Jeff
have a
says
tail,
no.
though, for sure. She has a tail, so she has to be able to use it.
Yeah,
Right.
there's got to be a tail.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just testing
has-
them out this time. We'll have to
Well,
ask that.
that could be just all that was loaded right now. so,
Right, exactly.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean, let's go. Let's go. That pretty much means though that they're working on all the families except for the series. It's the only one we haven't seen animation for. So
Yeah.
Peyton said recently that they're gonna start pumping content out, and I really think that it's gonna be soon. That we
Yeah.
get all of it.
There's going to be a big sword. It kind of reminds me of how the Grundle's attacking. You remember how the Grundle attacks? Look at that big old swing. Same kind of swing.
Mhm.
It might be a female version of the Grundle if you're really looking at it. Just the way they swing that sword, it's crazy.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a big old. That's what you call a fucking knife right there, man.
And they're so, yeah, these attacks.
Well, in the
are
lore,
nasty.
she's one of the toughest ones in the lore, isn't she?
Yeah, well, she's pretty much like a female tank, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to see if it, because we don't have no tanks as female, she'd be the first female tank we get.
Yeah, she's tough.
Yeah, pretty badass, man. Makes me even want to get one. And speaking of that, I was looking on OS, and if you guys want to check, we could look at how the new Polygon moves looks. So, of course, we have
The art looks nice.
It looks
the upgraded
amazing.
art, man.
It does.
Yep.
It looks amazing. And as we see
So,
right
I mean-
there, we kept our volume, right?
That's you skipped over a big announcement. We migrated to Polygon, guys.
Yeah. Besides, yeah.
A big portion of what was just happening is we went from Ethereum assets to Polygon assets. They had us log into our the website, Champions.io website, and we recently created Maestro accounts, which we could link all of our wallets together underneath this one email address, so that we could have access to all of our assets to play the game while still keeping all of our assets on separate wallets. And so when we did that, we were able to, on the 26th of June, go on and migrate all of our assets from Ethereum assets to Polygon assets. They already did this for us. They closed out the entire tradability through the major platforms like OpenSea and Magic Eden on being able to accept offers and buy or sell these assets. They allowed us to keep them for collectible items in the future, and if you're a savvy Web3 user, you'll know how to be able to sell your asset outside of OpenSea or Magic Eden.
Yeah,
But-
definitely, guys. And as you see right here, we have 6 months to migrate. So not everybody's going to migrate right away. You're going to start seeing the owners, climb up, because I think last week it was at 400. Now it's at 600. So people are slowly starting to migrate their assets. And I like the move. I think it's going to be, we're going to really reach the Web2 gamers with this. Everybody wants to play free to play now. Champions as an entry level, it's going to be free.
right? These are going to have some of the cheapest transactions on the chain. And they've been building a bunch of infrastructure that's going to be helping gaming. So really excited for this move. And as you guys can even look at the art. Look at even how different it looks, right? It looks a lot smoother. The wings look a lot better, right? Like, I like how the essences really pop out now. You have the death in the eyes right here. I thought that was pretty cool as well. The Grondel, his new arm plate, as you see him right here. Got a new steel armor right there. Looked really nice. Yeah, man. So I love the move, and it even got some elementals. Elementals written right with them too, guys, as well as pets, right? So here are the elementals now. They didn't get the upgrade in visuals, but they did get migrated over to Polygon as well. And the biggest reason why we're migrating to Polygon is what we're going to be talking about next, right, Z? And what is that?
Well, Polygon seems like a popular chain, right?
Are you talking about something that sounds like Chrono? And it might be Chrono Imperium. If MDLC was here, he would go hard on it.
Yeah.
No, we migrated for Chrono Imperium XP, which is like the new master account leveling progression system that Champions introduced for hopefully an extended period of play.
Right.
You'll be able to reward people who you don't have to do anything except for play the game, and you can earn this Chrono Imperium XP every day. And eventually you'll earn things that help you progress your characters up to the highest tier, and eventually get to when you get to the point where you're close to Transcendent and you start getting things like Golden Writs, you're going to be able to do make some pretty powerful champions, or attach some modifications to your champions that are extremely powerful. So
right. And again, this is not the center of the economy. I know a lot of people kind of think that way, or they've heard of things like this, but this is just an extra bonus. The core of the economy is still yet to be revealed and still to be announced, but rest assured, guys, from the Emperor's AMA on Chrono Imperium, that the Primes are going to be the apple of the eye for all of Messina. And he says he's never changed that. He's not veering away from it. So Primes are still top dollar.
Yep, and he says we're all sleeping on the elementals too.
Yes,
pretty much.
Yes. And as you know, we do have Z right here. He was nice enough to send us a video, guys. So we're gonna play it, and this is gonna be him claiming his Chrono Imperium, and we can even talk as you're as this is playing, right?
Nothing special, just showing off.
It's your first claim. Your first claim, Z.
Yeah, this is my first claim for everything that I had, because when you have multiple wallets, you have to link everything before you touch it the first time, because you only get one chance to get a retroactive claim.
Ooh.
And essentially what they've done is the layout is 150 Chrono XP per Prime, 100 per Elemental. I think it's like 50 per Eternal, and then 30 and 20, 10 or something like that. I can't remember the exact progression, but you get, even if you have a brand new bred champion, you will be getting Chrono XP. So those free-to-play players, once they get their first champion, they'll start earning XP by just logging in and touching the obelisk every day.
The Chrono Imperium, though, allows you to get more Messina, doesn't it? Based on the new white paper?
Only the Prime Eternals will be claiming Chrono Messina.
Yeah.
It's a small drip of Messina, and that only Prime Eternals will be getting that.
Exactly. So. And that's the greatest thing, right? Because Messina, and it says it in the white paper, is used to upgrade lands, right? We know that. We know that for a fact. So that's going to be heavily, I believe, in demand in this game. And Primes are going to be a prime source of that.
So here's
isn't it the more Chrono Imperium you have, the more Messina you get per
more champions you
Prime
have,
Eternal.
the more Messina you're gonna get because it's per champion, right? So if you own more champions, if I own 3 and you own 5, you're gonna be getting more Messina than me.
Champions like Prime Eternals or Elementals or both.
Well, if you have both, right? Because
Okay.
if you have
Like-
more both, it always
It's always more. More is always more, man.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's why people are sleeping on Elementals.
yep. If you look at the video, if you're watching the video, you just saw the progression of me going through it and leveling up through these different levels and the rewards I was getting for it. So right now, when we did this, the first time we touched it, we were able to claim this is
600 bone,
gold,
100 gold,
and essence. Those are the 3 main parts of what we'll need to transact and create things in Messina. So then there's also these extra loot boxes. They pretty much said that as those items become available and usable in the game, they'll unlock them.
Yep.
So even though I have them claimed and they're in my inventory, I can't really do anything with them right now. I just hold them.
Exactly. I mean, but we've been waiting for this, right? Like, we're finally get to use Chrono Imperium, guys, and it's once a day. So if you're gonna play the slice 3 times a week, then you'll be able to claim it 3 times within that week. Unfortunately, if you miss it, you miss out on the claiming your daily reward. Which I've missed 2 days and I got 1 because of work, but I might have to have my wife log on and claim it and then log off the game or something, you know?
Yep. All you gotta do is touch it, bro. Just touch it.
Just touch. Whoa. Just touch it. It won't hurt, and it doesn't bite.
Yeah. That big pulsating thing right there. Just touch it. Oh man.
Wow.
We also did get some more, guys. I mean, and guys will tell you there's been a lot of things happening. Champions has been really active of putting out a lot of content. Doing a lot of hot fixes. They even said too, right, that they're going to speed up the game 20%.
Yeah. They kind of did the opposite today, man. Like, I don't know, something about they said that, and then even compared to earlier this week, today gameplay was drastically slower. It felt like for everybody that I talked to that was playing. So I don't know what happened, but something changed.
Yeah, but they didn't say it was going to happen right away. It is going to happen, though. They are going to speed it up 20%, which I think is going to make combat more fluid. And then the pairing system, right? Everybody was sick of the parrying spammers, right? So now parry is going to be...
is it gone?
No, it's not gone. It's going to be to certain characters, though. So not everybody's going to be able to have parry. Only certain characters.
It's going to be a family trait more than everybody. Not
exactly.
Everything.
Not everything.
Kind of like how the Ilgrid doesn't have a dash. He has the get off me or the charge forward only. Right. So makes me wonder what the Grondel's going to have too, because he doesn't have wings. Those 2 families don't have wings, which makes sense why they wouldn't have the ability to sideways dash or backwards dash. So can't wait to see what happens with the Grondel.
And we know that a lot of the even Peyton said this. Johnny referred to the Karkadon and the Whisper getting more love, right? Now that the team, for most of the part, the whole team was on Sally. Now that Sally was a success, they did a great job on that. Now the team can start focusing on other things, like upgrading some of the current champions and making them a little better, right? So I think...
We also heard
Go ahead.
that they want to get back to fighting basics too. So it sounds like they're definitely going to start working on core mechanics like what you were talking about, Dib.
Yeah. And you know what? At the end of the day, guys, they have briefly taken away parry, and right away, I see more people engaging in combat. Why? Because for me as a player, I'm not going to engage someone who parries everything I put. right? It's not even a fun game to play. You're going to be more hesitant to strike, but now that's all gone away. You see, for me at least, I see combat like way faster already. Just by taking that mechanic out.
Yeah. People are more encouraged to fight.
Much more, but it's also harder to get out of a infinite combo loop.
Yep.
So
And
it's give and take. So I mean, they have the combo breaker, but it still isn't working sometimes. It just needs to be something that's uninterrupted. The combo breaker needs to be able to break a combo, because there's a lot of times where you either can't get it off or you start and then you get hit.
right.
So there's no, and then when you attempt a combo breaker, it gives you an extended cooldown on that part. So once you miss it, you're like, well, now I'm just sitting here.
And getting
It's
rinsed.
not even fun. Yep, not even fun. So
Speaking of that, Jevalik says, pick any winners yet, Zach.
I did pick winners. It wasn't you. No. Unfortunately, that is the truth.
That is true.
The three winners that we do have are Matt, Blake, and RG.
Nice. Matt, Blake, and RG.
Yep.
Matt Cruz. Is it Matt Crucy? Or Matt? What Matt is it?
It was. Yes, Matt Crucy Tunks.
Matt Crucy Tunks. Blake, and we
first
got
one to drop
RG.
Yep.
Wait, what's the prize?
Cards.
They are the winning card.
The winning cards, baby.
Yep.
Let's see if we can.
Let's see. I'm gonna drop.
The upcoming game.
I'll drop another random number generator, and I'll tell you what cards they each won in just a second.
And if you guys don't know what the cards are, we've been giving out these cards a lot lately. They are
These are the Valerian creatures that we were just talking about.
Yep.
With Sharif and Hilal.
With the real-time strategy game.
Yep. Matt is going to win a Voltail. Blake is going to win a Leafy.
Oh.
And RG's going to win Sanjira. So, congrats to you guys.
Congrats, guys, on those giveaways, man.
Just real-life cards? Like a real card. Like, they can touch and hold.
Yep, they can touch and hold.
Took it back to the 90s.
If they want to, like, I have no problem if people want to give me what their actual mailing address is and all that stuff. I will mail it to you after we have given away all of our cards.
And you really will.
I will.
You didn't even charge me for the stamp or the postage. I appreciate that.
I received mine too. Mail.
Yep. PrimeMinds all got their cards, so they know. They know.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem. If anybody wants them, DM me on the low. You don't have to drop everybody your stuff. So, but yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Definitely, guys. Now, with that finished, what we have to do is Emperor's Decree, right?
Yep.
Oh, what is it?
The last major thing that we had to go over was the Emperor's Decree.
Emperor Decree in June. So as you know, we moved over to Polygon. We talked about that.
Better buy that Matic.
Yep. And these are the images, guys, we were talking about. And Prime Eternals are the only ones that did get these cosmetic upgrades, rightfully so, since they are the genesis of the whole game. I really think they look nice. As you see here, they have the Grondel, his right, how it changed, how fire changed, how certain wings changed. We got horns, arcane horns, life horns. I think they look way better cosmetically now, and they even are right on par with the elementals, because there was a second that the elementals looked way better than the primes, right?
Yeah,
oh, they look the
elementals came out the elementals came out super fresh. They were fresh. They were fresh art. They were more rendered. They were cleaner. They had more details. Like, you looked at them and you're like, man, these things. Like, this is what I'm walking around with. Like, this is popping, and my prime's over here looking flat. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why they had to give the upgrade.
Yep.
They had to.
Exactly. And then, with that,
we got led to the Chrono Imperium white paper, right? Which is for XP. And then it tells you everything about how you have to touch the obelisk, the wallet linking, right? We have all that. And if you guys really want to go, because, you know, if we dive deep into this white paper right now, dude, we'll be here for like fucking 4 hours, you know?
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that today. So, check it out, guys. It is on the white paper. Make sure you read it and you understand it. We even have people that have calculators out there for Chrono Imperium holders. If you guys want to know exactly how much Chrono Imperium you're getting, that's also a good resource, and you can catch that also in Champions Discord. And then, as we were talking about, right, the Transcendent 100, guys. Now, this is a ranking system. This is like the top of the ranking system, and it's going to have the first 100 to reach that, right? We're early to this game, so a lot of people could definitely reach it within the community right now. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, yeah.
That's true. People that are in the game. What do
Anybody-
you get from being part of the 100?
Well, you get, like, the most Chrono Imperium, so that's going to make me...
So it's like a boost for the Chrono Imperium, like part of the 100? Like,
Right. So, let me see if they have it right here, Imperium. Okay, so we're looking at this right now, right? Based on the levels, right? Acolyte being the lowest, Transcendent being the highest. There's going to be 100 people in that Transcendent. Basically, Transcendent, if you own a Prime, you're going to earn the most Messina, you're going to earn the most Bone, you're going to earn the most Essence when it comes to Chrono Imperium. And I don't know the differences. A couple of things have been leaked, right? But yeah, this is the top of the food chain right here. And
by
that's
the
where
time you
everybody-
get there.
Yeah.
Only 100 can get there? Is that what you're saying? Or anybody can eventually get there?
It's not going to be easy. They're talking about a couple of fucking years to get there, right? It's not going to be
That
easy
makes sense.
feat. Me and Z are like around right here right now. And we have still Master, Grandmaster, Legend, Mythical, you know.
Yeah.
You're going to have to grind in this game, which is cool, right? It gives people incentive to play. Now, here is the XP required to reach these levels, and it tells you the bounty for them, right? Every day. Journeyman's going to get 100 gold, 500 essence, 600 bone, 1 chrono weapon loot box. As you go all the way down to Transcendent, 12, is that 120,000 fucking gold?
Yeah.
30,000 essence, 40,000 bone, Chrono Maestro cosmetic loot box, 1 Chrono pet loot box, 3 Chrono weapons loot box, 9 times Writ of Ascension, 3 times Golden Writ of Ascension. That's OP. You jump from 10,000 to 120,000 gold, guys.
So it's
Well, here's the thing.
And that's
that-
kind of
that-
well.
it-
So I want to say real quick, like it makes it exponentially like more that you get, like more than even having more. You have exponentially more if you have more.
Sure, yeah,
So
sure.
it's,
If you
like
reach
it makes
that-
a well to a super well.
Well, this is the thing.
Not necessarily. You can't even get those things right now.
No,
for
you
the
can't.
first and foremost.
When you get there, and people will get like there's some holders that will get there a lot sooner than a couple years.
Transcendent might take a while. Look, listen. You can have all the fucking primes. You can have 1,000 primes, and you still won't reach Transcendent. Why? Because you have to play the game. So
Yep,
You gotta
you
touch
have
the
to-
obelisk.
the
Yeah, touch the
people
obelisk.
who are the hardcore grinders, you can have. Say I have 3 primes. Say it takes me 3 years to reach Transcendent, right? Once I do that, I'm going to be claiming more than someone who probably owns 100 primes plus. 120,000 gold. Are you going to be able to earn that if you have 100 primes? Probably not. Right? So a person like me that doesn't own a lot of primes, right? If I'm Transcendent, dude, you're getting paid out like you have a shitload of primes.
Yep. You're gonna
Yeah,
that
People
one
that
yeah.
have the
yeah.
primes are going to. That's what I'm trying
Well,
to say.
it just
People that
depends.
have
They
the
gotta play.
primes-
You gotta play the game, bro. You can do your little claim
gotta play the game.
every
You
day,
gotta-
but there's other ways to own XP.
to earn XP.
Well, and that's the thing too. They've also said yes. There's other ways.
We haven't
for
heard about
XP.
those yet. Those other ways.
Nope,
Like,
we
what
haven't
other ways
heard
are
about
there?
it. They're
They'll
talking
be there.
about tournaments and
Mhm.
quests and things in game, ways to play the game beyond what we have available to us right now.
We don't
Yeah.
know if that's going to be more than touching the obelisk with a lot of elementals and a lot of
That
prime
will,
eternals.
bro. Listen, Brown.
They've always said that being active will be.
This game is all about playing it, right?
Yeah.
Anybody
I guess.
thinks that
I
they're
sounds
just going to
like
sit on
ambition
their
right now,
ass and
but they're
earn a
not doing
shitload,
this.
then somebody who's grinding the game, you're probably nuts. You know,
Okay.
you can own thousands
well,
and thousands, but if someone's grinding thousands and thousands of hours on this game, there's a lot of XP that's going to be able to be earned. There's going to be a lot of ranking.
We're assuming touching the obelisk is going to get you a lot less Chrono Imperium than winning a tournament would, right? So we're just but we just don't know.
So check
We
this.
just don't know
let's speculate into this. Let's say everybody has one prime. That one prime. Say that one prime earns 100 gold, 500 essence, 600 bone, 1 chrono weapon loot box, right? That's just a person that's just claiming it, turning off the game. Now, this is speculation, and I don't know if these numbers aren't correct. But say I'm a journeyman. I claim my loot box, right? I claim my Chrono Imperium, and I grind the game. You could earn 2 to 3 times more than just going to the game, clicking it, and turning it off. That's where I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're saying so if you're say you're good at the game, you're good at the arena, you're good at fighting when in 1v1, whatever it is, and you own one Prime Eternal and you're fucking kicking ass, you're going to get there faster than somebody that's holding 100 Prime Eternals that's just touching the obelisk every day.
No. There's no way to say
well,
that,
there's no way to say that yet because
that's what I'm saying. Okay, then.
But no, this is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying. You compare it prime to prime. My prime compared to that one person passively prime, my prime's going to be earning more because I'm going to be playing the game.
Yeah. But if you're a whale, you turn to a super whale. That's
Not necessarily.
These rank up bounties are just one-time bounties, man.
Yeah.
It does increase what you're yielding on your daily claim, like because you're gonna get XP, gold, and bone claims. But I mean, you're getting just a small increase. But the thing is that once you claim it, you've ranked up that much. You're not ever gonna go back.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, once you've reached the next level, your XP clears back to 0. So, like, if you still have that up, it says to get to the Transcendent, it's, what is that, a couple million? Like 2 million XP to get to Transcendent? Like,
yeah.
You have to earn that 2 million XP from 0.
2.16 million.
Yes, you have to earn that from 0. It resets back to 0 after you get to the next level. So this is going to be a long grind, and this is payout that people are going to have to pretty much, they'll be dedicated to playing the game.
Yeah.
So it's to help, give people that dopamine hit rush when they have been playing the game for 5 years and they're like, holy shit, I finally hit Transcendent. Right? Like, I used to play Marvel's Contest of Champions, and it was like, once you got a 5-star, you were like, you were good. And then they came out with 6 stars, and it was like, holy shit, if you got a 6-star, it took forever to get one of those playing free to play.
Right.
So it was like, I mean, that's essentially what they're doing here, and it gives someone incentive to play for an extended period of time. And us who've held for a long time kind of just got rushed through. And I played another game called Sunflower Land, and they essentially closed from Sunflower Land and they went to Sunflower Isles, where essentially you went from having just a standard base to you create your own land and expand it at your own pace. And because I got to keep everything that I had from before, I had a huge head start and was able to just jump a bunch of progression levels. And that's essentially what we just got to do. We just got treated as if we had if this was like a pay-to-play game where you could pay your way to advanced levels. That's a kind of what just happened.
This is just one part of the economy. It's not even
yeah.
the center. Like, right?
And
It's just a
not.
bonus.
Yeah, and I don't mean to say that it was a pay-to-play thing at all, right? It's just it's a way to reward player retention. So
yeah,
I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I do too. I honestly liked claiming my stuff. It felt rightfully earned. We've been with the project for, year and 6 months now, probably going on 2 years. So it was finally really gratifying to actually claiming something and be like, oh shit, I got this for owning my Prime or holding my Elemental.
Yep.
Very positive. So yeah, we won't dive into any more of this. I think we'll need another episode for this, guys. But back to the decree, right? Blood in the Sand. As you see right here, we have animations.
We were talking about before.
Yes, exactly. And like I said, if you look at the Darulk and if you look at the Grundle, they're similar. Look at that sword swing.
Yeah.
Both of them. Yeah. And the Sidari, right? The Sidari is going to be real. I expect the Sidari to be similar to the AOS. Maybe she has some type of teleport too. Who knows? But it would be nice to have more than one player that actually has a teleport or something similar to it.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be probably on the fast, like quicker side. She doesn't have much of a reach.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, to be like an assassin, I think, right? She's gonna be another one of those where you can get in quick, like a rogue champion is what they call them, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Gonzaga had to take off, but these upcoming parts would be some of his most exciting shit. So.
Ziva Festival, guys, it's happening, right?
Yep.
Ziva Festival is fast approaching. Soon we'll celebrate the hottest days of the summer together with the repulsively cute little beast. In fact, a special treat is being prepared, and they're going to be like little piñatas.
Yep. There's going to be piñatas on the Vault of Carnage, and so I think it's going to happen this upcoming week, man. Because I believe last year it was July 7th was when we started the Ziva Festival, and this year it would be July 6th is the next time that slice opens.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's no devs here, but look forward to that alpha. We're calling that here on PrimeMinds. Ziva's on the Vault of Carnage floor next week.
For the win.
Yep.
Exactly, guys.
I know. I wish Gonzaga was here. He didn't tell us exactly what he has going on, but I know Gonzaga has some plans for the Ziva Festival.
He's been really excited
coming
about
up.
it.
Yeah. So watch out for Gonzaga.
And what do you think the actual Ziva Festival? So you think breaking up the piñatas and winning some prizes or what?
They definitely hinted in there that they're gonna have tickets. For sure, they're gonna have tickets in there.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have other things in that little furry friend too. You never know, right? Like they could start coming out with. I know there's no point to it yet, but they could start coming out with toy pets and toy food, or pet food, toys and pet food. I'm sorry.
And the Chrono Imperium boxes are gonna have other pets too. It says that in there. So we don't know which pets they're gonna be, but they said they're gonna have some pets in there.
Nice.
Another way for you to earn. Yeah, I know we've gone over a lot, guys. We're going on an hour and 50 minutes. So
man, it's midnight over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to get sleep. We want to.
Yep.
No. I need to chill and fucking keep drinking my whiskey. That's what I'm doing. The bourbon, baby.
Let's give away some more cards really quick, if you don't mind, really quick.
Let's do it.
So we only got a few people left in here. I got 2 cards left to give away. Who wants to win? Let's throw down some rock, paper, scissors. Everybody throw whichever you'd vote for. I'm gonna throw a random number generator for rock, paper, scissors, and then I'll vote among the winners for 2 people.
Nice.
So throw an emoji in there, or just put rock or paper or scissors in the chat. So
take it.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining along, sticking with us. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe. like this video. We're probably gonna have to edit the name of the video from our lovely technical errors that we've been and thank you for everybody who joined us from the other video. So
Yeah. Yep.
Technical difficulties. We've only been doing this for 2 years.
Yep, exactly. It's a constant thing when it comes to streaming, guys. If you guys ever plan on doing your own podcast or your own YouTube videos, just plan for a lot of editing and a lot of mishaps, but you learn from your mistakes. I could say we're a lot better now than we were a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we still bring it to you. We're still bringing it out.
Still bringing it out. So,
man, dope.
Let's narrow it down. So, final thoughts. I know King Dab loves to do this.
Oh man, yeah. So now maybe I can talk. Like I'm not trying to FUD. I'm just thinking of like, here's what I'm thinking. Like how quickly Wells will get there. And then how quickly, like how much more soon they're going to start earning a lot more than everybody else, which is fine. I guess that's the way the world works. But there'll be some people that are like way ahead of the pack, and other people may be looking to catch up. But I guess we just don't know what you'll be able to earn in the game and how quickly you can, rank up the levels with some of the in-game play stuff. So I guess a lot still to be seen.
Yeah.
But no, with
exactly.
that, man. Yeah, I'm digging it, loving it. I think, like Sharif was saying too, like things are coming together. I think the projects that are leading the way, and it looks like great minds think alike with them too. Is like everything's coming together now for Champions. Everything's coming together for Valeria. So it's the time to get in.
Yeah,
I'm digging it, man. Y'all will see me out there fighting, kicking some ass. I'm telling you, I'm fucking good. I've not even played yet, but I'm good as fuck. Wait, y'all see me. So y'all see me soon, man. I'll be out there. I'll be out there now. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about crypto in general. So I'm bullish, man. As always.
Nice, man. What about my guy Z?
Oh, me? I'm just back here. I've had to take a break from being a DJ, and I spent too much money, man. So I'm going hard on the projects that I am in. Just learning more about them. Enjoying everything that I can. Trying to be active in the communities when I can. Doing fucking in real life stuff for summer time, man. Everything gets more busy, but luckily the days get longer. But I'm over here just bullish as fuck on Champions, bullish on Valeria. Like I really think that one's like a hidden gem. I need to get a couple more lands while they're still not.
They're 500. I was looking just now while he was talking about it. He got me wanting to buy again.
Yeah. Yeah, compared to when they were $100, man. Though that's
they're $60, man.
You brought them on, they were way under $100, bro. When you brought them on the market.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We give alpha and we give away alpha and do giveaways on the show.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta keep listening.
Yep, always keep listening, guys. And we got some people now. So. Me,
how you feeling,
man?
Yeah,
it's the whole journey has been crazy, man. We've had some highs and we've had some real fucking lows, but it feels like we're crawling out of that now. I'm very glad to see the big companies are starting to get in, and I know a lot of people are against it because it's supposed to be decentralized. At the end of the day, the only way we're gonna make money is we have mass adoption. And these companies have the trillions, and they have the liquidity to get us there. Loving the developments. I feel like the developments of the games that we're all invested in are starting to come out more and more. And I'm just so excited to see the end result, right? But at the same time, I'm enjoying the journey because I've seen Champions grow. I've seen Shrapnel grow, right? We've seen Valeria grow. We've seen a lot of projects grow right before our eyes. And it's just gratifying to see that, and it just lets me know that we're doing the right thing.
That's right, bro. We got the front row seat. Shit. Is it a wrap, guys?
That's it, brother.
And then about the winners, Z, do you want to tell them anything before we leave and they don't know who won?
Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. We only had 3 players, so
we had Spy. We had
RG and Clint Lambert. RG, you already won, so I'm just gonna give Spy and Clint Lambert some more pets. So.
Nice, guys.
What's the prize?
Some more creatures, man. You ever scan that QR code out of the pack that I gave you?
The card.
You should. Either that or just mail it to Dip, and I'll take care of that legendary for you, buddy.
No. I'm getting in that game. Hey, look, I love real time strategy, man. That's my I love RTS, so I'm definitely getting in that game.
Nice, bro. Well, everybody, man, thanks for listening to us, guys. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe button. We've been doing this going almost on 2 years, and we come consistently every day giving you guys alpha, trying to give you guys some alpha and speculating. So with that said, I'll let Sam close it.
Mac, take us out, bro.
Oh, always.
Mac show.
You always know, bro. PrimeMinds think alike.